this is it. You know what I mean? This is the big finale. I mean, the votes are counted, and this is the reunion. This is we want to hang out and talk about the season. Unfortunately, our poor friend Ray Ray is quite under the weather and is unable to attend the hangout, but we hope he recovers soon and can be back to his awesome self. For the structure of this, I thought we could go in the order of eliminated people and kind of talk about what they enjoyed with the contest and like what was their favorite part, and feel free to just throw in your 2 cents whenever you want, and just thought we could talk about this path that we've all traveled together, and ultimately who you all think deserves to be crowned the a champion. So Stevie TV, I mean, honestly, man, I was kind of shocked that you were the first one to go. Like when I got the lineup of who was going to be in season one, like it wasn't even in my head that like I thought, oh, you might go a little further than that. So like, what happened, and how do you feel about your experience on the FoxPeaTwo Ultimate Motovlogger Championship?
Man, yeah, I honestly I thought those two 10 mil sockets were gonna seal the deal for me, dude. Honestly, I mean, yeah, I was kind of I was thunderstruck, man. But yeah, I don't know. It was definitely fun, man. It was interesting. It each week was drastically different, even though I didn't get to stick around too long. But it was still you kind of had a goal for each week, and that's for YouTube, sometimes it gets stale and stagnant. So to actually change it up and see things change weekly, it was pretty awesome, man. Even though I got booted the second week, it was pretty cool, man. And then to continue and kind of follow everybody along, it was pretty fun, man. It was definitely a cool idea.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And honestly, I was surprised that like the amount of hate you got for just showing us a little piss in a cup. Like one thing I wanted to know, like, was that like straight up, was that actually your piss?
Fucking, you guys lost that opportunity once you voted me off. You'll never know. Oh man. Well, and that's the other thing too, man. Like I was like, man, I wasn't sure if I should do something like that like outrageous just because sheer shock factor. But I mean, I was kind of running out of time, and with the way I work in the sunlight, man, I was just like, fuck it. And I tried to do a little skit and make it funny and try to get the people in on it too. But yeah, I'm going to keep that secret to myself, man.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to appreciate that then. All right, that's fair enough. Like, I like that too. I like how it was the first submission, and you went far enough to like kind of make it like a little skit, and you had your camera set up behind, and like you put a lot of effort into it too. And I was surprised that the audience was as ruthless as they were. But
it was, hey, I guess it was definitely, yeah, it was like double sided, man. It was just like me or Brennan, nobody else. Like they didn't give a shit about anybody else, dude. Yeah. Yeah, no, it was fun though, man. Like the hardest part too was like trying to get that skit into 1 minute and trying to do like the voiceover and everything. And yeah, the time limit was pretty tough on that. But I feel like the time limit on everything was pretty awesome and well put together, just because having everybody do stuff so quickly, it really forces you to make shorter videos, and then not dragging out the whole competition itself, and making them short and quick, nice, straight to the punch. It's pretty awesome.
Right on. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I was humming and hawing. Like, should I put a time limit on this, or because then you run into the problem where if you don't want someone to be put into a situation where they're being cast out because it seems as though they didn't put in the effort because they ended up having a much shorter video than everybody else. So it was a lot of these would be like, the first one with the scavenger hunt, I was pretty hard about it and say like, a minute. And then after that, it was like, you guys would ask and I'd say, well, don't make it more than this amount of time, or, make it 1 to 3 minutes.
For the 1 minute challenge, because it added to part of the challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, made it fun.
It's kind of tough, man. Yeah. I had two 10 pockets. I'm still impressed, man.
Yeah,
You
honestly,
did well. I
thought
mean,
great.
you really intimidated us with the rap that you were gonna show us the next week. If you made it to that round, we all would have died.
Oh, for sure.
Wait, who, me?
Oh yeah, you.
What?
Stevie.
How do you know I'm a vocalist? And wait, what? I'm confused.
You showed us a little bit clip of what you were gonna sing.
Wait, did I really?
Yeah, you did.
I drank too much, I guess. Yeah, I don't remember that shit. Yeah, no, man. I felt, but at the same time too, man. My Santa costume, like I was going through absolutely everything I owned to see if I like. I'm a everything I own is black, man. Like this, yeah. I don't know. So it was. I felt like I half-assed the Santa, and I didn't think I was gonna make it past Santa, anyways, man. And luckily, I got voted off because we would have all missed Brennan taping himself up, which was pretty golden.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah.
That was painful.
Yeah, that was something. But speaking of that, let's roll into that and talk to quick shift, man. Like obviously, like I touched on it last episode, how it just sucked that the scheduling worked the way it was, and you had to leave the competition a little early. So as we all know, I have invited you back for season 2, so you can kind of pick up where you left off. But from what you got to partake in, like what was some of your favorite parts of the competition, and what's up, man? Like how's work going? Everything good?
Yeah, man, everything's straight. I think really the entire competition was great. It was fun from start to end. But just like you and I kind of conversed before this thing happened, was that my schedule is like this. So when it came to it being the time, it was unfortunate, but I don't think it was a surprise because I think we kind of knew that that might happen and stuff. So again, it was a bummer, but just the way it happens. But I definitely head held high because I never lost.
Yeah, that actually leads me to a question. We were actually we were able to like back out and then just join the second season. If I would have known that, that's pretty awesome.
Right?
Yeah, that was never really something that I foresaw happening. It was kind of like, well, it's not just fair to like boot the guy off because we already held off that week for the holidays, and then he had said that I want the show to continue, and I was like, well, I guess kind of thinking on my toes, I was like, okay, well, if I'm lucky enough that I get enough people that submit me a video for season 2, then we'll do it. And obviously, I'd like to have Quick Shift back because he only got to do half of the competition, really.
Yeah, but it was good, man. I thought I thought with the scavenger hunt, I wanted to keep it kind of automotive and motorcycle themed, so that's where I went. Plus, I was on some pretty in Mexico for legal purposes on trespassing, pretty freaking good to get that Ford Flathead V8. I just want to throw it out there. There is some illegal activities possibly happening with that. But again, just the whole competition was great. Had nothing but fun. But with my work schedule, it was always a time crunch, and it eventually just kind of stacked up to it. And then there you go. I mean, you guys kind of seen it with all the chats I send you back and forth. It's a gamble every single time, and it just happened to land on mine that particular day. But it's good. It's good. It's all good, man. Back today.
Perfect. Well, we're glad that you're back, and I guess it would have been a little harder for you to get that flathead motor if the wall had been put up already.
Oh. Yes, sir. I would have used your drone.
Ooh.
Moment of silence for the drone.
I'm telling you, bud. Oh man, I wish I would have been in that roast. Damn it.
That was bad.
Well, do you want us to give you a minute to roast either one of them now?
He's not getting back in now.
No,
Yeah.
sir. No, sir.
Enough tears have been shed in my house.
Ray has been able to send us a little message about the competition, so we'll go ahead and look at that.
Hey guys, sorry I missed y'all over the weekend, but I came down with some kind of stomach bug. It was just not fun at all. Yeah, sorry I missed you guys, but I just wanted to say that I had so much fun on this competition, and I don't know, my favorite part was probably the karaoke. I don't know, that was just a lot of fun to do. But everything was pretty fun that I got to do up to this point. And I think Brennan deserves to win because I watched that roast round, and I think he was bringing a little bit more fire. But either way, all these guys were awesome. They're so much fun to compete against and to work with. So I can't wait for season 2, and hopefully in the future seasons, maybe there'll be some return players. I don't know, but I just want to thank you, Fox, for having me on, and it's been a lot of fun.
So now that brings us to our 2 finalists, and I don't know what order to do this in because I can't pick who's going to be eliminated or, whatever. So I'm just going to stick with the same routine. And Brennan, what did you enjoy about the competition? And yeah, I guess that's my question.
You're laughing. I was like, I think what I enjoyed most was the time passed so quickly doing it because it was just super fun and always just like a hustle each week to try and grab the stuff or find out what you're gonna do. And man, that whole like December just like it flew by. Like I've never had time fly that fast as when I was doing this competition and working with other people who were basically just like me, just all dorks, and we're just having fun. It was just fun. And then you had this chat through Instagram that we were just ridiculous, and that just made it more entertaining, obviously. And just interacting with everybody was fun. I gained some subscribers, so that's cool, and got to meet you guys and like learn more about you guys. So the whole thing was just a fun experience in general.
Hell yeah.
Right on. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I've enjoyed it too. It's been a lot of fun. We can keep that Instagram chat going as long as you guys want. I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah.
There's stuff that happens in there that does not make the live stream, that's for sure.
The booty cut Levi's.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And I guess we'll get to Jiggy. Jiggy, I just want to say you blew my mind with that Santa Claus competition. I thought people were going to be showing up with pillowcases and whatever, but you went right ahead and not only did you take the competition way up there on that one, but you had the power tools and everything. And man,
I had some time and equipment, so I went with it. My all-time favorite thing was probably making that Santa costume. Right in the beginning, we did that scavenger hunt, and that really kicked everything off and got everybody excited about doing this. But my all-time favorite thing was probably that Santa suit. I just had a lot of fun making that, pulling out the power tools, getting my hands dirty, and creating something. So that was probably the funnest thing for me to do. I blew it with singing, and that's how I got out. And then eventually back in. But the toughest thing for me was probably the roast at the end. So that was just a hard thing for me to do. But all in all, I had a great time, and I'm looking forward for the next season. I'll follow this for sure.
Right on. And I got a burning question for you too. Do you still have the Santa suit?
I absolutely do.
You can't get rid of something like that, man.
Oh,
That's
no, I'm
awesome.
saving that for next year.
Hey, Brett, do you still have yours, or did that thing get bundled up into a ball?
I destroyed all of it, but the hat is smushed down, so I have the Santa hat made out of tape. So I kept that as a
that was my favorite part of your video. Was I was watching you do that. I'm like, how is this guy making a hat out of tape? It just blew
I
my
made my
mind.
hat out of a potato sack and gauze from a first aid kit.
What?
Yeah, it's a red potato sack and gauze from a first aid kit.
That's how you did yours?
Yeah.
What?
That's awesome.
Or
No, you
forbid.
guys, all of you were super creative on the. Well,
Except for
most
me.
of you were super creative with
No, they're
the Santa Claus costumes.
I tried. I think, yeah, I'll keep my mouth shut on that one. I try to throw my dogs in there to get some extra cute points, man, and Yeah. Either way, I was already gone anyway, so it didn't matter.
Well, if I was to judge, you would have got a little further just off of dog points alone. Trust me.
Hells yeah.
Well done, well done.
The fox and the dog are like kin, right?
Thought I'm gonna roll back through and ask everybody questions. I see Stevie's busy writing something down there. I don't know what he's up to. Makes me wonder. But we're gonna come back to you, Stevie TV, and I want to know who you think should be crowned the champion and why.
Right now, you said coming back. Oh, you're coming back to me now. All right. Let's see here, man. Honestly, I gotta say, Brendan did have a good. He had the good jokes, man, when it came to that little roast battle. But only because I feel like, as someone who has gotten a lot of subs through Moto Madness too, a couple of those jokes kind of hit me in the Fifis too.
I'm sorry.
No, it was funny, man, and pretty quick with the presentation and on that stuff too, man. It was pretty hard, man. Honestly, I think Jiggy took it with the Santa costume. He should have won. Like, you should have given him the win right then and there, man. It's pretty hard, man. I feel like everybody shined at one thing at 1 week, you know what I mean? But when it came down to the last two, I feel like Brennan kind of hit the ball out of the park with that little roast battle.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And plus, when it's coming full circle too, man, because it was me and you at the beginning, and so I kind of got to root for you here at the end, man.
Dude, that was in my mind the whole time. I'm like, I gotta go as far as I can for Stevie. Like,
Yeah. You're doing me proud, man. You're doing me proud.
I'm trying.
That's an emotional moment. So thank you for that, Stevie. And I guess we'll bring that ahead to Quick Shift. And who do you think should win this competition and why?
Yeah, for sure, man. Man, I have to say, the entire time it's been one hell of a battle. You guys both did an outstanding job off top, so you guys bust your butt. Now, looking even past me leaving, right? It's Jiggy and Brendan that are in the finals for sure, and I would say this person worked their butt off every single week, and they're busting their butt, overcoming a whole lot. I have to give it to Brendan, man. I recall when he was going through and trying to find where to record. We saw how much hell that was that entire week trying to find a spot, and then for him to pull out and find a spot and give it hell. I got to give it to him. And again, just like Stevie said, I take nothing from Jiggy on how badass he did on the Santa suit, but I always saw Brennan going uphill in that uphill battle and doing his damnedest to try to get on top of that thing. And for that and that effort, I got to give it to Brendan.
Absolutely can't deny that.
But now we're down to the real exciting part. So it's kind of like a final speech there. And as our typical format, Brennan, why do you think you are FoxPeaTwo's ultimate motovlogger champion?
Why do I think I am your ultimate motovlogger champion? I think I just put in the work, I guess. I mean, me and Jiggy we're both equal at it, man. I mean, we both put in as much work as we could possibly do. I think maybe I should win it because I have a face. I don't know, man. No, I love you, Jiggy. I don't know. I mean, whoever wins it, man, it was funny the way, I don't know, we both went as hard as we could. I can't think of a reason why I should win it any more than Jiggy. So that's my honest opinion.
Okay. Well, that's fair. That's very humble of you. Well, Jiggy, I guess the next thing to do is to ask you why you think you should be FoxPeaTwo's ultimate motovlogger champion.
Well, I think we all did the best that we could with the stuff that we had and the time we had to do it. Everybody gave their all the time. And this went on for weeks. It's not just a short little thing. So I think because I was voted out fair and square, but put back in as a default, this should definitely go to Brendan.
Don't do that.
That's honestly the way I feel. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to react to that. You kind of like got me stumped here for a second, because it's at the point that I was going to, you know, do the speech on how it's like how grateful I am to all of you for seeing this through with me. Like it meant a ton, because this is just a stupid little idea I had, and between all of you, we've actually turned it into something, and it's been a hell of a lot of fun, I would say. Like it's been a great time, and I just wanted to take that moment to thank all of you before I got down to announcing the winner via the votes, because I decided that I don't want to make the decision. This competition has been super close, and that whole cause of me saying the audience votes, but ultimately it's my decision, was only in a situation where if I needed to do what I would. And I feel that the way this competition's been, it's always been close, that I'm taking myself out of the equation and I'm just going to announce who won by the audience selection, if you guys are ready for that.
Hey, whatever the votes show.
Drum roll.
I'm gonna need another week. I'm not sure if I can take this right now.
You've had like 4 weeks off, man. I don't get what your problem is. But all right. So from what I counted, from a vote of 8 to 6,
Ooh,
Damn.
to
that was pretty
6,
close.
the winner of FoxPeaTwo's Ultimate Motovlogger Championship is Jiggy Moto.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I had a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes for next year.
Yeah, for sure, man, dude. Jakey, if anybody deserves it, man, you went all out like every single time. There wasn't one time where I was like, "Oh man, you didn't really hit it hard this week." Like every time,
Well,
man.
I mean that's singing, you know.
Dude, you still went all out, like
You had a stage.
right?
Well, I mean,
Right.
I went all out. I just wasn't able to perform.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I think the effort was there. It was just the lack of actually knowing the words. It seemed like, but the effort was there for sure.
Yeah. What he said.
I'll just say, like, man, I've gone in this today totally expecting Jiggy to win. I want Jiggy to win because he went all out every time. And honestly, if I won, I wouldn't feel right about it. Like the amount of effort he put into it, even just from the scavenger hunt, like it was just funny, punctual, like little sound effects. Like he did it all out right from the beginning, man. And he deserves it. Like, I'm glad you won.
If I could jump in and let you guys know, I don't give a shit about that. I was in there to win.
I love your honesty.
Hey, you know what? That's just me, my opinion, right? Is all friendship aside, we knew what's up. We knew what we were doing. We knew what we were going for. I think we can all still say that we're good friends right after this, but we're all in it to kick each other's ass. At least that's what I was in it for.
Oh yeah,
Because I knew what every single one of you guys were bringing to the table. So I went in there gloves off, man. So that's why when it came to the roast session, I was ready, man. God knows I was ready.
Did you have stuff ready? Or
Nope.
no?
Nah, it was
No.
gonna be all right here.
You tossed a few of those. I'd love to hear a couple of them.
Yeah, I mean,
Ooh.
you talked a big
What was
game now,
yours?
son.
Yeah, back up those words.
Yep. You know what? You interjected, Quick Shift, so the floor is yours. Take it.
So I could have been like, the reason why Jiggy Moto doesn't show his face. But let's. I don't want this to be shown on the video, please. I have it.
Once again, I want to thank you all for taking part in this. And Quick Shift, those are some pretty strong words. So I expect this attitude to carry over into season 2 against your new batch of competitors. And again, guys, thank you so much for doing this. This was just a silly idea, and now it turned into a really fun goddamn time. And
Hell yeah.
and I can't believe the amount of engagement we actually got from people. It was above and beyond anything I thought was going to happen. So the thanks is all to you guys for deciding to go along and do all this crap that I told you to do. So like seriously, dudes, like thank you so much for that.
No problem, man. Dude,
Yeah,
it
for
was a
sure, man.
blast.
My pleasure.
That was a blast, man. Thank you.
Jigimoto, as promised, there was a prize for winning this show.
All
And
right.
this might come in handy for you because of previous experience you have with such things, but one part of the prize is a 100 on gift card.
Oh,
So
sweet.
with,
That's
so
awesome.
with
Well,
that,
fuck,
that
let's go
puts it
back to
right
last
back at
week.
net zero, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, look, he's buying subscribers.
Yeah. And
That's awesome.
in addition to that, we also, my wife and I together, created you this lovely little trophy.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's badass.
I love
You
it.
see there? It's
Will you
got a
sign it?
little ribbon on it, and then there's a little medallion on there. Since there's nothing else to use a Canadian penny for anymore, we used a little penny,
Nice.
and then a little star on there for you, pal, because you're a star.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
awesome.
And then on the bottom it says, "Congrats, Fox."
Awesome. Thank you.
Along
You
with
at-
your gift card and some other little treats I might throw in there, and this lovely trophy. This is yours for being FoxPeaTwo's ultimate motovlogger champion. Congratulations, Iggy Moto.
Oh, thanks, guys. That's awesome. I had a lot of fun.